If you're facing challenges to provision and manage a large fleet of databases and streaming services like Apache Kafka, you should check out Aiven Terraform Provider. Hi, my name is Dewan Ahmed. I'm a developer advocate at Aiven. In this video, I'll walk you through on how to set up your first Terraform project using Aiven Terraform Provider. Let's get started. This is the Aiven console, and I'm under a project called Dev-Advocates. Currently, there are no services running here, but that is about to change. I'll follow the Terraform docs for Aiven Terraform Provider and create Aiven for Redis resource. This is the sample setup I have, where there are 4 files. You can have all the contents under the same file, but it is a good practice to have multiple files. For example, for the provider information, you can have provider.tf file. Here's the name of the provider and specific version to use. One configuration for Aiven Terraform Provider is the API token. Rather than hard coding the value right here, you can have a variables.tf file for the API token. You can have multiple engineering projects, and that's why you can also have a variable for the project name. The actual value of the API token and the project name is coming from the tf-vars file. By the time you'll be watching this recorded video, this token will be expired. The heart of the project is the services.tf file. We'll go over the parameters one by one while we wait for the service to be created. Now let's initialize the project. Terraform init initializes the project. It downloads the provider plugin. Now that the project is initialized, let's do a Terraform plan. We have to supply the variables.tf-vars file because that's where the API token is. Terraform plan shows you an execution plan. Think of it like a preview of what is going to happen. Terraform is saying that it plans to add one resource, which happens to be Aiven_Redis resource. If you're happy with this change, you will do a Terraform Apply. Terraform Apply runs Terraform plan in the background. That's why you see the same preview, but this time you can mention yes for Terraform to create this resource. Just before I hit yes, I'll show you the console that no resource exists yet. Now that I type in yes, Terraform will go ahead and create this resource on Aiven console. The flashing blue indicates that a VM being set up before your service is up and running. While we wait for the service to be created, let's look at different configuration for Aiven for Redis. We have the project name defined from tf-vars file. The cloud name is Google North America Northeast 1 region, which is the Montreal region. I have picked startup 4 for this demo, but for your case, it might be a higher plan. The service_name is GCP single node Redis 1, which you can see on the console. The maintenance window and time are self-explanatory. In the Redis user config, we have a data eviction policy for Redis max memory policy. I'm using all keys dash random here. The public access Redis true indicates that a Redis client from a public internet can reach the service or not. At this point, I'll fast forward the service creation for the sake of time. The solid green indicates that our service is up and running. Let's quickly check the data eviction policy. It's set to evict all keys in random order. Now that we created the service, time to make a change to this service. From all keys random, we'll go with no eviction. I can do a Terraform plan and apply, but Terraform Apply does the Terraform plan behind the scene. So I'll go ahead with Terraform Apply directly. Now Terraform shows me that the change is about to happen for the Redis _ max memory _ policy. It will go from all keys random to no eviction. I'll type in yes and go to the console to see if this change took into effect. On the console, let's refresh, and it became no eviction. So with Aiven Terraform Provider, so far we created a service and we modified the service. Now let's clean up the project using Terraform Destroy command. Because this is a destructive operation, be very careful because this will actually delete your resources. Terraform will again run a Terraform plan and will show you which resource it intends to delete. Aiven _ resource will be destroyed. Once you hit yes, we can go back to the console and see that the resource got destroyed. In this video, we learned about the typical project setup for Terraform. We used Aiven Terraform Provider to build, manage, and destroy Aiven for Redis resource. Hopefully, you'll get started with Aiven Terraform Provider and use Terraform to build and manage your data infrastructure. Thank you.